You use the word narcissist. Are you saying Kody's a narcissist?
No, because I am not qualified to diagnose him.
Sister Wives, season 19, episode 28, third part of the Tell Nothings, and she said it. Part 3 starts with talking about Coyote Pass and having a little bit of a flashback wherein Kody is really trying to drill home that Janelle managed the finances, which we're going to get to that in a minute, basically just trying to hurt her feelings and picking things that are particularly going to hurt each wife's feelings based on their own personal stuff. Yeah, it's real weird stuff. Then in the flashback, it goes to when Kody said that legally he can sell whatever he wants. He would just kind of have to get their permission, maybe, and that really depends on which part of the property you're talking about, and legally, that's really stretching that word. Gotta remember, the original division of the lots made it to where the names were on very different pieces. Then Christine had quit-claimed her deed, so that was only in Kody and Robyn, so he could have actually sold a lot of that out from under them. But they did retain counsel, the names have been changed as of now, and everything's sold. When the wives asked about why their names weren't on the properties equally, they all have the same story, except Kody and Robyn, of course, that they got mad at them and were basically like, well, you don't trust me? Yeah, dude, I wouldn't trust you either. I don't know why that's surprising.
I asked a question and I got in trouble. It's like, why are you checking up on it? Why are you, it's like, gosh, anyway, it was just this whole big thing. And
Who was that you're talking about?
it was Kody and Robyn.
They say he always seems to come out ahead in everything, and even when Janelle talks about it, the way that he would discuss it with her was like super manipulative in my opinion.
He would always get mad when I'd ask him about it. He would always be angry, like that I was asking, like, well, what do you think? Who do you think is going to take care of you? And I'm like, I don't think you're taking care of me. And that used to make him so mad.
Okay.
We had several fights over it, like just who's watching out for me.
Let's see, can we go 3 for 3? What have we got for him, Cotton?
We never knew what the other wives were getting money-wise. We just understood what we had, but Janelle saw it all. And Janelle doesn't say much, and she's very tight-lipped. But she's like, I saw where all the money was going. And how much money Kody took and how much money Robyn took was a lot more than you were taking. And it was more than anybody else was taking.
Reiterate, Janelle was a bookkeeper, not in charge of the finances, and there were like huge disparities, but this has been something that people have talked about for a long time, and Kody comes in, this is just the ex-husband classic. They have like a playbook or something, I don't know.
No reason for them to think that I wasn't going to be fair.
Well, it feels like there was some distrust there that you weren't going to be fair.
Because Janelle and Meri are both leaving me going, wish I had some way to get alimony. It's like, well, what, are you going to come after me for money later?
But they're not legally married, so they don't have any legal grounds to anything, really, except this one thing.
His journey to always look like the one has been done wrong. He's really pushing this disparity concept, and the ones that he brought up were actually kind of just like, that's the best we could, okay.
There still was a disparity. I mean, our first...
The sigh, he's gonna
the first corporate paycheck, Robyn never received any of the money.
You mean the paycheck 15 years and 19 seasons ago? Okay, also, if Robyn didn't receive any of that money, and Kody's telling the truth, which I really don't lean into that, but say he is, she also got an 11-day honeymoon, a new place, moving, a wedding paid for, so there was some exchange of goods for services. Not to mention the fan favorite paying off the very large Victoria's Secret balance. I would have thought it would have been at Diesel Jeans, but hey, what do I know?
When we bought our houses, Robyn's kickback from the house went to other family members.
And the proceeds from Janelle's house went to buy the McMansion, so...
Just going big picture here, we were all working together, but now that the older children are through school, and we all work together to buy their cars, to help them, to pay them and stuff like that, now we're all separate, and nobody's helping with the younger children.
So let me get this straight. Let me just like straighten all of this out. He wants child support for the children that both biological parents are living in the home and is simultaneously refusing to pay for the daughter he probably... Oh, you know what? Okay. The whole school thing.
I can pull my financial records.
I got receipts,
I can
she says.
pull proof of, paying for my own kids' college, even though half of the family wants to say that I pulled it from the family fund and things like that. Like, I have proof.
The next one is wild because he starts explaining it, and he does this throughout the episode. There's a couple wherein it's like they're in the Trust Rose Garden. I don't even know what that's about. But he tries so hard to sound pensive and deep when really he's just pausing to figure out a lie. And I've never met anyone who was actually pensive and deep who had to work that hard to convince everyone else that they were pensive and deep.
Meri did say that she helped the children.
Everybody did. The
But
point
she
is,
just said she didn't get any help in return. That she put her kid through college.
we all helped pay for Mary's house. Listen, it'll all
Okay.
be fine in the end.
Cool.
I think that
For Christ's sake, at least lie quickly.
when you're bringing up the dramatic things in your life, there's certain things that you want to say are sacred cows. We're not going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about money. Now, money are on the table, I guess.
So first off, didn't he put the first one on the table before anyone else did? Second of all, neither one of those things belong on a table. Unsanitary, okay? Can't eat at everybody's house, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention, can someone let him know that he is using sacred cow in the wrong context? Or actually, don't let him know, because it's kind of funny, but still. So Kody goes into the same diatribe that he usually does, that there's just so much pointing fingers, and that that's not healthy, even though he does the same thing. And that nobody understood the bookkeeping Janelle was doing, and nobody understood what she was doing. However, she clocked him so hard.
I've started to observe that Kody he's attacked all of his wives that are leaving in the area that hurts them the most, or that they pride, or that they value, right? For Christine, it was devastating that he wasn't physically attracted to her. And for me, I'm one of those people who wants to be very fiscally responsible and very about, let's be responsible with our money. And so he wants to sort of undermine that, or try to undermine that for me.
He pretty much said Janelle left him with a bunch of debt and that it wasn't fair and that they didn't get as much. And Janelle and Meri and everyone, they're like, we kept copies of the records because we were actually having to do stuff to keep the family together. We didn't just go drive around Flagstaff all day in our convertible, just the thing. One of those cat out of the bag things. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, even when it presents itself in other people. However, I will see you tomorrow morning, and we are going to go more into the glorious call out that Janelle went into that was just chef's kiss. I'll see you then. Have a good day.